The Sundering, No More Orphans, by Hannibal Tabu. Chapter 6, 7. The Orrin Tower was tied as the second highest point in the nation, with its twin, the Buachie Tower, sandwiching the summit itself, the seat of the Shining and Shadow Thrones where the nation was ruled. The top layers of the Orrin Tower, however, could not be reached by ordinary means of the boxes that scaled the obsidian stone towers themselves. Filled with the machinations of the nation's spy network called the Insinuation, these dozen or so floors are known by the secretive individuals who populate them as the Nightmare Castle. A huge conference room dominated the entirety of the Nightmare Castle's penultimate floor, with a sweeping picture window gazing across the western side of the nation, the fluffy undersides of clouds seeming close enough to touch. In that room stood Seaven Thorne, an austere, shaven-headed human woman with rich brown skin and a high-necked, floor-length gray gown with matching brown stripes flowing down each side. She gazed out the window at the setting sun as a flash of energy behind her delivered Ethrina Castlemaine to the room. The shaven-headed woman turned slowly to regard the new arrival.
Grand allegation,
Castlemaine said, head inclined slightly.
Welcome back, Rumor Smoke Show.
Thorne replied.
You have something for me?
the Alabaster Assembly.
Castlemaine said simply.
According to reports from one of the adventurers, Jasper Hagrid is looking for an ivory betrayer artifact of no apparent strategic or tactical value, currently in a vault at the Bank of Davia.
Thorne laughed.
Agatha and Nymphia will never give him the parental love he so desperately wants. Especially not with Irla still in the mix. No sign of her, I hope.
No, ma'am.
This adventurer who brought this information to light, which one is it?
Thorne asked pointedly.
Not that idiot Aquarius, I hope. Or one of those weird fractals.
It was Jafe Kadori.
Castlemaine said.
One of the whispers downstairs pulled all his memories from me before I reported in. He's an anomaly, a GDI with stellar connections and a slight savior complex based on the death of his parents. Protectors from Davia killed at the noble site.
Thorne frowned.
Kaduri. Where have I heard that name before?
He has quite a resume already.
Castlemaine said.
He's faced down dragons, battled on other planes, has a secret fortune, is closely connected with the arcane engineer prodigy Kavenga Han, yet plays his cards very close to the vest. He is open to working with us.
Thorne raised an eyebrow.
Is that right? But he's a GDI. Well, how about we give him someone he can work with? Someone who has a similar mission. Your base identity, perhaps?
Castlemaine frowned and inclined her head again.
If that's what you'd like, Grand Allegation.
Thorne nodded, staring daggers at Castlemaine. Wisps of smoke drifted off Castlemaine as the high-fashioned visage drifted away, revealing a strikingly attractive, dark-skinned Yuan-Ti woman with shoulder-length black hair, a cloak with wisps of spider webs hanging from it, hardened dragon-scale chainmail, and boots with wings on the side. Smoke Show said in her own voice, frowning slightly.
I thought you said we could keep who I really was after this, so I
could spend time trying to get you up to speed on a new identity.
Thorne admitted.
But who you are is both faster and useful, Countess. If Kaduri digs into your father, he'll find your lazy life in spas and your sudden turn to adventure without ever knowing why. We'll say the insecurity attack on the Temple of All Faiths in your hometown was a work of Jasper, giving you a reason to share a quest with Kaduri, and a reason for your work. The prophecy that actually led you to me can remain our little secret.
Smoke Show nodded in acknowledgement. Thorne handed her a Lethosport-banded recall scroll and a fresh teleport scroll that would allow one-time access to this part of the Nightmare Castle, and said,
Only for use if the whispers say so.
Yes, ma'am.
Smokeshow agreed. She recited the recall scroll and disappeared. Thorne turned back to look out of the window, noticing a heavy rain falling from the water-laden clouds, and pondered.